A business owner on this block tells me that shootings outside the Sting Gentlemen's Club are not uncommon. You can see here a bullet hole left in the side of this business. Also another one right here from previous shootings. And as we were here covering this most recent shooting, a neighbor approached us. She and her husband have 3 kids, and she says she's sick of the violence that always seems to come, she says, from the Sting.
It's not safe for us. It's not safe for our families.
This woman, who asked that we not use her last name or show her face, is tired of making the same phone call to police.
Every weekend is the same thing, so I hope this place is closed.
The woman, named Maria, is talking about the Sting Gentlemen's Club on Michigan Avenue. 6 people were shot there just before 2 a.m. Detroit police say a large number of people had gathered outside the club when an unknown suspect or suspects fired multiple shots. These new surveillance images from a nearby business show a man in blue pointing a gun, then ducking below a car on Michigan Avenue near Clippert. He's also seen on video pointing that gun, then jumping in an SUV parked across the street from the club. We later found shell casings on the ground where that car was parked. The victims are 2 females and 4 males, all in their 20s. 2 of the men, 28 and 24, remain in critical condition. According to the club's owner, people were leaving for the night when the shooting happened. Maria says she and neighbors have grown increasingly worried for their kids in recent years, as situations like this, she says, seem to keep happening.
Sometimes 911 is busy. They only say, please don't hang up, your call is important for us, or blah, blah, blah. And so we have to call from different folks.
About how many times did you say you've called Detroit police for a shooting at this business in the last year?
Too many.
I did speak with the Sting's owner this morning by phone. He declined to do an interview with us. However, he says none of his employees were involved in the shooting, and he says he wants everyone who visits his establishment to be safe. Again, Detroit police continue to investigate. We, of course, will stay on top of the story and bring you the latest developments as we have them. Reporting on the city's southwest side, Jen Shantz, 7 Action News.
About that quadruple shooting in the city of Detroit. Good evening and welcome to 7 Action News at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Dave Llewellyn. The violence unfolding in the 1600 block of Calvert on the city's west side. A family outside enjoying a barbecue when gunfire erupted. 1 man is dead tonight and 3 others wounded, including a 6-year-old.
Let's get right to 7 Action News reporter Alan Campbell. He is at the scene with the very latest for us.
Detroit police continue to investigate after this deadly drive-by shooting that happened on Detroit's west side. Take a look behind me. You can see Detroit police continuing to collect evidence and talk to witnesses after this shooting that happened on the 1600 block of Calvert near Woodrow Wilson. 4 people were shot, including a 6-year-old boy, shot in the foot, taken to the hospital, but is in stable condition. A relative of one of the people who were shot here says the 4 people were just celebrating when someone opened fire.
They was having a barbecue, and them with the kids out here celebrating, and some guys pulled up and started letting shots out. That from there, we heard a few people got shot, and we're waiting on the results of some, and we heard that one is deceased now.
A 51-year-old male also shot, taken to the hospital, but died at the hospital. A 30 and 20-year-old male also taken to the hospital, but are now in stable condition.
And they got rushed to Henry Ford Hospital. And one is still in surgery, one is deceased, and we're trying to still figure out what happened to the others.
Detroit police releasing this picture of a suspect vehicle. It's a black SUV Infiniti. You can see a driver and someone in the back seat with the window down, appears to have a white hoodie on, wearing a black mask. If you have any information, you are urged to call Detroit police.
They have no control over it. They just was bystanders.
Again, Detroit police continue to investigate this deadly drive-by shooting. If you have any information, you are urged to call Detroit police or Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-800-SPEAK-UP. For 7 Action News, I'm Alan Campbell.
All right, thank you so much, Al.
Gunfire erupts and a barrage of bullets fly in a neighborhood on Detroit's east side.
One of those bullets striking a few feet away from where a 4-year-old was sleeping.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig is live in that neighborhood tonight. Kim, how lucky that boy is, huh?
I mean, just so lucky. I mean, this family is just so blessed, and they're so thankful that it wasn't any worse and didn't hit that boy any closer. Now, take a look behind me here. That upper right window is where that 4-year-old boy was sleeping. And if we swing around here and you take a look down the street at that older house on Talbot there, that's where the bullet came from and what police are describing as a straight-up hit.
I'm thinking, oh my God, what has happened in the complex?
It was a shootout at this house on Talbot near Caldwell around 3:30 this morning that woke people living nearby, including Country Osley, because it sounded like one bullet hit the house.
It made it sound like it came in the house. And I came out the room and came in here and looked around and happened to see this big old gunshot.
And that bullet hole in the window was just feet away from where his 4-year-old son was sleeping. Osley grabbed Tenarian out of bed and ran to another room.
There is God. Like, my baby could have been shot and killed. I don't know what I would have did.
Yeah, it just kept going. It sounded like about maybe 30 shots.
The bullet that hit little Tenarian's bedroom window and a neighbor's window were coming from about 200 feet away. Sources say the shooters first went to the back of the house here and killed the power to lure one of the men outside. And when 34-year-old Khalil Fidel went to see what was wrong, he was fatally shot. And the men who ambushed him continued to shoot into the house. At least one other man who was inside the house tried shooting back before he was also hit. Investigators are now trying to figure out why the men in this house were targeted. They had multiple surveillance cameras mounted around the house, but we're told it does not appear to be a drug hit.
Never seen no kids, no women's, no nothing like that, just all males.
Little Tenarian's family is just thankful he's okay.
They could have just killed someone, a kid at that, that's innocent, you know. Gun don't solve everything. My baby could have lost his life last night.
And sources say the men in that house own a cell phone repair shop somewhere in the Hamtramck area. Now, investigators are trying to see if there's a connection to that. Reporting live on the city's east side, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Okay.